Hi goddesses! It's Ariana and welcome back to a Questions for Queens series. Today's guest is the lovely Ashley Winn.
Hey y'all!
How you doing today, girl?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing very well. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Of course. So Ashley is the EHE marketing specialist for Hyacinth, and she's also the project coordinator for her program, Free to be Discreet.
Yes.
So
yes.
I don't know if y'all can see this poster in the back, but we got it. It's Free to be Discreet. So she works out of the Newark office to provide Black, transgender, and Latina women ages 24 to 44 with at-home test kits for HIV.
Mm-hmm.
So both of our work is focused specifically on women, and so I'm really excited to sit down and talk about both of our work and everything that we do for Hyacinth.
Yes. Yes.
So why don't we start with a little bit of background on yourself, kind of before Hyacinth and like apart from everything here.
Yeah, of course. So a little bit about myself. I'm actually originally from Kansas. So I came to Newark and wanted to just kind of start off in a new field, working closely with the community, specifically African American women. So I found Hyacinth, and in that I found Free to be Discreet. It's been nothing but a pleasure working here and obviously meeting really dope people like Ariana. So that's been really nice. Been with Hyacinth since April of 2021. I started off as a tester, and from there I got promoted to be the marketing specialist for Free to be Discreet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I actually do like about Hyacinth is that there's a lot of upward mobility, you know what I mean? I feel like everyone that I've talked to really has like started in one position and then kind of moved their way up.
Yeah.
So
it's an opportunity for growth.
Oh yeah.
Right? So you know, if you're wanting to be a part of a family environment and you also want to grow and just gain all the knowledge that you need to help with your community, this is the place to be.
Period.
Hey.
So I always like to ask that question because I feel like, especially in this field, people kind of are scared, you know, they don't know what to expect. The work is very vulnerable, you know, because we are working with HIV, it's kind of scary, and so I just want to be able to give people kind of like the person behind the worker, you know what I mean? It's like, we're not robots, we don't come in just to go to work and then come back and, you know, whatever. We're here to help people. And so we all have an individual story that's like unique to us and everything like that.
Exactly.
So that's what I try to, you know, really bring out is that we're people and we're trying to help y'all, so.
And I will just add to that too. I really enjoy how this program focuses on African American women and their sexual health because I don't think that is really prioritized, right? So it's been a really big joy and a really big blessing to be a part of something that gives African American women, Latinx women, transgender women the opportunity to take control over their sexual health. And to give them all the resources possible to do so. But yeah, you are in control, queen.
Yes, I love that so much, and that's the same message that I try to spread with Project Goddess as well, because I think it's so important. I feel like a lot of times, like women as a whole, but specifically like women of color, like Black, Latina women, like we are so often just like thrown to the side, you know, we're not prioritized. And so this is a way to like really get yourself prioritized and like get yourself healthy and right, because if you're not healthy within yourself, how are you going to help someone else and prioritize everyone else?
Now
it's not going to happen.
You better speak.
So that's what just a little bit about us, you know, that's what we love. So how did you set out to work in public health? Like what drew you to Hyacinth?
So my brother was a really big part of it. He just kind of introduced me to Hyacinth and felt like it was a really good stepping stone for me, kind of getting my feet wet, right? Sure enough, he was right, and here I am. It's been an experience, I must say. I've never really worked in the field of HIV, so it was kind of new for me to learn about PrEP and to learn about you know, the medications that you can take to live a healthy life, even with HIV. It's been amazing. So that's kind of how I got started.
That's
Big
great.
shout out to my brother.
Yes. I feel like that's something that I agree with as well. Is like you will constantly learn when you're on this job. Like there's no time where you're just like, oh, I've learned everything there is to know.
Right.
There's always something new.
Always.
Yeah.
You just have to be willing to learn. You have to be open. That's all.
Exactly. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your current position now?
So, Free to be Discreet. It is a EHE funded program that gives African American women, Latinx women, and transgender women between the ages of 24 to 44 years old who are sexually active, high risk, the opportunity to test discreetly at home. You can test at home either alone, with your partner. You can make it a date night type of thing. You can make it a girls' night type of thing. These are the testing kits that you will get. And from there, we will set up a counseling session. You will work closely with me. I will walk you through it step by step so you're not alone. Although you can test discreetly at home, you are not alone. Nobody has to know though. So once you complete this 20-minute testing kit, you will get your results right then and there, 20 minutes. From there, we will do like a pulse survey. And we will just try to see what other resources you're needing, whether it's STI, whether it's PrEP, even rehab services, substance use services, domestic violence, whatever the case might be. If you got kids, I'll make sure your kids are good. What they need, food, clothes, I got you. So this is just a really good starting point that will pretty much expand other resources. So yeah, it's really nice. It's really dope. And the really good thing about this is you can do it home. You can do it from home, so you don't have to worry about the anxiety of going to like your local clinic. It's also free. You don't have to worry about insurance or anything like that. And then you're in your comfort. You're at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I love that.
And that's just the start, right? There's so much more to learn about OraSure. So be sure to follow Free to be Discreet on Instagram and Facebook. Contact me, DM me, call me, and I can tell you everything about it.
Exactly. I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a big important part of both of our jobs is like it's not just one thing, you know, it's like we are kind of advocates for everything. So it's like we know that the people coming to our offices are not just concerned about, you know, their HIV status, even though it's important. It's like that's just one part of the entirety of who they are.
Yes.
So it's really important that we like feed every part of you. You know what I mean? So it's like if you need food, honey, we can try to make it work. You know?
We got it.
Yeah,
we'll make it work.
Exactly. Like whatever it is that y'all need, like we are here for y'all. And like I said, we are full people, and we're trying to help y'all in your fullness as well.
Exactly.
So that's how it is.
So this is one of those situations where it's okay to take advantage of us. It's okay. Just we want to hear you out. We want to hear your needs, not just your sexual health, but all around. You know what I mean? Like I said, Black women, Latinx women, transgender women, we need to be heard. Our needs need to be heard. So we want to put you front and center and really focus on you and all your needs.
I love that. So how about the at-home test kit? So we know that obviously this is an option. I didn't know this before I met you, before I knew about the program. So it kind of might be like a new thing, you know what I mean?
Right,
so how important is it that there is an option to take a test for HIV at home?
So you brought up a good example. A lot of people don't know about this, right? And so we're forced with the stigma of HIV, and we're also forced with the lack of knowledge, right? So that's why it's so important for everyone to understand that you do not have to worry about the anxieties of testing or knowing your status. Knowing your status is just the first step, right? And it can be scary. I understand that too. You know, we're still faced with the stigma. We're still fighting the stigma, the epidemic of HIV. And so it's gonna take baby steps, but this is the first step. You know, you can do it at home discreetly. You don't have to worry about the clinics or calling for an appointment or knowing who's gonna test you or who you're gonna speak with or who's gonna see you. You don't gotta worry about any of that. But it is so important for you to know your status. That is just the first step of taking control over your sexual health. and respecting your body, respecting yourself, and respecting your partner.
Yeah, absolutely. I always say it, I'm like, knowledge is power, and that goes for every aspect. So if you are afraid to like learn your status because you know you may have engaged in certain behaviors and you're just nervous, you haven't been tested before, that could be a roadblock. Like in your way. And so we're here to say, like, it doesn't have to be, you know, like there's very easy options. Like you're gonna show us how. It's like very quick, very simple, and so that's something that can really benefit a lot of people. And so I'm glad that we're here to like spread the message, because like I said, like people don't know about it, so here it is.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have a special treat for y'all. We're gonna get Miss Ashley to go through the demonstration of the test and kind of go through all the steps of it to see exactly how easy it is.
All right. First step. So the QR code, you'll scan this using your phone. If you don't have a phone for whatever reason, then there is a link here that will take you directly to the pre-test survey. That's a 4-minute survey tops, right? It's just gonna ask you some demographic questions so that I know who I'm speaking with, a little bit about your information, your background, if you're at high risk, etc. Once you finish that, then you will get your test kit. You can either get it in person, or I can send it to you, or I can deliver it to you myself. It just depends on everybody's circumstances and situations. So once you have the test kit, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna open the test kit. You're gonna notice that there's an English version and a Spanish version, right? Has this cute little drawer that pops out. In there, you're gonna get the test kit swab. You're gonna get the test tube. You're gonna get a really cute little pencil that you can save, you know, put it in your purse. And then you're gonna get two pamphlets. One is gonna be what your results mean to you. It's just like a lot of information of describing what it means to be positive, what it is to be negative, etc. And then you're also gonna get HIV testing in me. And obviously we gotta keep it discreet, and you got a cute little trash bag. Nobody has to know, all right? So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna go ahead and get the test tube. You wanna pop that off. You're gonna go ahead and set that in where it's located, test tube holder. Pop that bad boy in. Bad boy. Sorry. All right, then you wanna take the test tube. So, obviously, no food, no gum, don't drink anything before. You're gonna swab the top of your gums from left to right once. You're gonna swab the bottom from left to right once. Once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and place that inside the holder. It just kind of sits there like that. You're gonna leave it there for 20 minutes. While you're doing that, that'll be a good opportunity to read the pamphlets that I told you about. Kind of educate yourself about HIV and about the results. After the 20 minutes pass, that's when, if I'm on the phone with you, if you allow me to be, that's when we will kind of go over the test kits or the test results together. So I will kind of explain to you what it means to be positive if you're positive, and obviously link you to care. If you're negative, then I would give you the option of starting on PrEP. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Round of applause.
Yeah.
So now that we have a better idea of what it's like to actually take a test, how can our viewers actually get their hands on one?
So you have multiple ways you can obtain a test kit. The first is coming into our office at 194 Clinton Avenue here in Newark. You can also call me at 848-264-9546. That would connect you directly to me. I can also mail you a test kit to your home directly.
That's great.
Yeah, right?
See, we're all about convenience. That's
we're
what
all
we
about convenience. And if you like, after you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you can DM me, and you can also give me your information, and I can send a test kit your way as well.
Period. Yeah, because listen, the whole point is that we actually want y'all to take the test. So if y'all can't get y'all hands on it, you know, if we make it hard, that's not going to benefit. So we try to make it as simple as possible.
We will get this test kit to you, like however we need to. You need this test kit. We need to take back control of our sexual health.
Exactly. It's so important.
Yes.
I always say, I think testing is honestly like one of the most important parts of what we do at Hyacinth. It's such a key, like vital part.
It is.
Yeah, totally. So the at-home test kits are just one part of your whole position here. So why don't you just tell us a little bit more about what's involved in your position?
Yeah, of course. So I will speak briefly on our collaboration. I have partnered with Project Goddess to do our focus groups. A little bit about that. We tend to host our focus groups at the Newark Library. We provide, refreshments. It's a whole vibe. And we do CDC presentations about sexual health, thanks to Project Goddess. We also just want to kind of pick your brains and understand how we can better help the community, whether it's hosting more events, whether it's providing more services when it comes to like distributing condoms. We've even gotten requests from like female condoms during one of these focus groups. So yeah, it's a really good time for you to come and to be part of that group, just to share your thoughts. We really want to know how we can better assist you. So we've also hosted events. One of them was at the Trek Center here in Newark. We partnered with NJCRI, we partnered with Outrageous Outreach, Pearls, Promises, and Prayers, Rutgers, just to name a few. We were able to provide services to that community, HIV services, COVID testing, etc. So we really love to get our hands on being able to give you guys all the resources possible, right? To take care of not just you, but your family, your community, your environment. So yeah, that's just a smidget of what Free to Be Discreet does, and we're obviously expanding to do more.
That's great. Yeah. Yes. That's something that I want to really make clear is I want to create a community here, and it's more than just what we do online with our videos and content. It's also in the communities themselves. So we want to hear from y'all. When we do these focus groups, we want to hear what kind of incentives y'all want. You know what I mean? It's more than just gift cards and things like that. We want to give y'all what y'all would need from us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we don't want to just do what we want to do. We want to do what y'all need from us. So
if you want the mani-pedis, let me know. Right? If you want the massage therapy sessions, let me know. We want to know. If you're needing food services, let me know. Rehab services, domestic violence, whatever the case might be, we're here for you. We literally come to work for you. So just these focus groups allow you to let your voice be heard, and we're listening.
Exactly. I love that. So what's next for you now with your program?
Well, we are still distributing the test kit, so that's one. We have a few events coming up. I know the Newark Pride Week is coming up as well, so we'll be participating in that as well. And then obviously we're going to continue to be collaborating with Project Goddess. We have a few other collaborations that are in the works as well. And then obviously our existing collaborators, we're still partnering with them. You can find out all this information on our social media site on Instagram, Free to Be Discreet, and Facebook, Free to Be Discreet as well.
And I'll be putting all of the social media handles and everything in the description, so y'all can just click it. It'll be a link, and y'all can follow us both because, like I said, it's really important that we get this information out there and that y'all are able to see it.
Yes, most definitely.
All right, so it looks like that's all we have for today.
Yes.
So I would love to thank Ashley. I love working with you. It's always such a vibe when we get together. I love our collaborations.
Yes.
It's always such a joy.
Right.
So.
I mean, we gotta have fun while we helping y'all, right? So
exactly.
And most importantly, we want to invite you guys to know more about us. We're kind of dope, a little bit. So
just a little,
So we're inviting you. Learn more about us. Call me. Call Ariana. It doesn't matter. If you want to talk, let's talk.
Exactly. I love that. I think that's a great place to end it here. So now you can just stay tuned for our Goddess of the Day that's coming up next. So today's Goddess of the Day is Bridget. Bridget was a Celtic goddess from pre-Christian Ireland. Her name means exalted one, and she was associated with wisdom, poetry, healing, blacksmithing, and domesticated animals. It was said that Bridget was the goddess whom poets adored, and that she had two sisters, Bridget the healer and Bridget the smith. She was thus sometimes depicted as a triple deity, ruling these different aspects of life. Later, she became conflated with the Saint Bridget, a Christian figure whose day of feasting was originally a pagan festival called Imbolc, which in turn was created to celebrate the beginning of spring. So how can you channel this creative energy into your life? Bye, goddesses.